Let's see if this works now. Okay. I'm back live. I'm seeing it. I see your chat. No crash. Okay, so here's what happened. I'm gonna give you a series of crash reports, and we can just clip this and send it to Streamlabs at some point. So, my Streamlabs, for whatever reason, whenever I use the audio interface that I have as my audio out, it gets really testy with me, and it always starts getting fucking crazy. So, what ends up happening is that weird audio stutter will happen, and it's system-wide. It fixes itself and stops happening if I close Streamlabs and reopen it. So I closed Streamlabs, I reopened it. Once I reopened Streamlabs, I went and I decided to deactivate the Elgato, because it might have been that the Elgato operating in the background might have been taking up resources that were needed for the game and for the stream. Deactivated, crashed. Open up Streamlabs. Deactivated, crashed. Open up Streamlabs, left the room to go do something, came back, deactivated, didn't crash. Thank God. So then I was like, all right, this is as good as it's going to get. I hit the go live button from my phone. It starts recording. It goes live. It pushes to Twitch. And the moment the Twitch stream starts up in Chrome for me where I can see it, it crashes. It crashes Streamlabs. I don't know why. This makes no fucking sense to me anymore. But for some reason, having Streamlabs got pissy that the Twitch started going, so it killed itself. So now we're going to try again to get the stream going. Okay. Continue. It'll load my exit save. Oh, that's a neat thing to know at the end of the game. All right. Let's get to it. There's a little ding.
This is the Oxyfill station, Chief. But don't be fooled by the facade. This is the way in. Use that key now.
All right. As we can all hear, sound is no longer cutting in and out as it was previously. Ooh. Fancy. What? I don't know what that sound is, but it's not the sound cutting in and out, so I don't care. No frame skips so far. I think we are doing all right for ourselves.
Eleanor's condition may be a blessing in disguise. Early splicing tests indicate 0 genetic damage due to her condition as a little sister. It appears that she is our new vessel. This will be no mere personality schism, though. Rapture
I have to say, I think it's funny that it's a bit like it's a bit like what's it called? It takes a village to raise a child, except quite literally, you will need a village in order to be able to raise one child. Boop. Oh, my controls are gone, which means we're gonna get our slideshow. Oh, Persephone. Is it Persephone because Persephone was taken into the underworld for 6 months of the year, and that's why winter happens?
Persephone, we're finally here.
We?
Find Eleanor, son, and fast. Her mama's got all rapture, dying to keep you two apart.
Yay. Find Eleanor Lamb. All right. Well, have both hands visible while unrestrained. So it's an insane asylum, essentially. Oh, I haven't even looked around. Oh, wow. What on earth? How is this happening? Why is there a giant glowing light at the bottom of the ocean? I don't understand. I fail to understand because I'm pretty sure that's not how the ocean works. But, you know, guess we'll find out. This is neat though.
Father, come quickly. I'm trapped in a cage. Something's wrong.
I'm gonna get there and find out that these are like echoes through time or something. That Eleanor like.
I wonder, Delta, do you know why you are here? Have you any idea what my daughter has given you? As I watch you now, I envy your ignorance. You still believe.
Oh hell yeah! Power to the people. I would like. Yeah, I'll do that. God, this is a sweet steampunk shotgun. Daddy's home. You bet your dick Daddy's home. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna buy a bunch of this. It's a single 50 caliber round. The upside down house.
Persephone, secret home of Sinclair Solutions. I bet against Andy Ryan's vision of harmony and rapture. Offered him a quiet place to send anybody who wasn't working out. And now I'm sitting on my own private think tank. Technically, Utopia shouldn't have much use for a detention facility.
Okay.
If you do business as long as I have, well, you learn to pick a brand name from the writing on the wall.
Wow, that's quite the phrase. I kind of like that actually. Okay, it's not just me. This looks like a Fallout vault door. Tell me it doesn't. That's the twist, is that this is a Fallout game the whole time. That's why it doesn't conform to the Bioshock. That's why it's not a Bioshock, like a perfect Bioshock fiction. It doesn't conform to the canon.
That's her, son, Eleanor Lamb. No matter what you might be feeling right now, this is business. Get that cage open. She's coming with us.
How will she remember us after this moment? I have placed my pieces on the board, as expected, as have you. Is this what she hoped for? Mother and father, locking eyes. Yet still we are blind. Goodbye, Subject Delta. And take heart, for you, at least, have escaped your legacy.
Oh god, there's two of them. What do I want to use? Frag grenade sounds good to me. Okay, I feel like the music is kind of going in like a Fallout type direction now. Oh, I should be using the camera. Yeah, this does have a Fallout sound to it. Like, I can't deny. It's got like that New Vegas blah, no, no, no. Which I know isn't like an exclusively Fallout melody, but you know, at the same time, it's kind of a funny coincidence. Oh shit, I'm out of money. Ah, we've learned the true failure in the end. In the end, the true thing that will end collectivism is a lack of money. I say, actually.
Hurry now. Quarantine chamber's waiting on you. Get in there.
I'm gonna go ahead and buy an Eve hypo and just real quick do an Eve hypo and then buy another Eve hypo and just sorta, what do I got? I gotta buy some ammo and then just kind of go about my business. Hey, Eleanor.
What are you waiting for, kid? Your signal's breaking up. I can see or hear a thing. Something blocking me.
Look at her, Delta. 10 years, and still she dreams of you.
50 seconds remaining.
Do you know why Eleanor brought you here? She wanted a father. So she found a way to restore you in body and mind.
Oh.
And she has been watching you ever since, exalting your every act as gospel. The girl lying on that bed is no longer my child, nor my life's work. She is a monster, shaped by you alone, just as she has always wanted.
So.
There is one detail of your mutual bond she failed to account for.
Oh no.
Your body was designed to lapse into a coma when her heart ceases to beat.
Don't you dare.
Eleanor, forgive me.
Well. That's bad. That's also not how long it takes to.
His body is shutting down now, naturally. But if he dies of trauma, he will return elsewhere. Full restraints at all times. No one enters this room until he expires.
Father, it's me, Eleanor. I'm so sorry. Mother stopped my heart long enough to sever our bond. Staying near me won't stop you from dying now. Or worse. But I can still help you escape. This little sister's brought you something that will allow you to take control of her.
Wait, what? Wow. Huh.
I know this feels a bit strange, Father, but now you can see through her eyes and tell her where to go. This is how I brought you back without Mother catching on. Now, first, let's get you out of here. Good. Now, inside Mother's office, there's a way to unlock these chambers she's holding us in. Find a way to slip in there.
Interesting. So because little sisters are like genetically designed to survive in rapture, they naturally are like, they see it all as like this beautiful place. Even though there's no reason for it to be that way. Okay. That's interesting.
You're in. There should be a lever in here somewhere. Pull it, and it will unlock our cells.
Attention! Augustus Sinclair has been sighted within the facility. He will attempt to reach Subject Delta. All family duties are hereby suspended until he is found.
What Mother did to me left me very weak, or I would do this part myself. To save your life, I'm going to have to change. To be like you.
Okay.
From here, you should be able to locate the pieces of a Big Sister suit. Please, bring them to me.
Eleanor is changing as Delta draws closer. In her sleep, she mutters about having witnessed
Turn from the daughter of the people back into a rebellious child whose voice I do not recognize. Worse, I suspect Eleanor of direct involvement in his return. I fear that to separate them, I may have to take measures for which I will be unable to forgive myself.
This is so strange.
Mother says that my condition is a blessing in disguise. She constantly reminds me that I was born for the express purpose of promoting her ideals. And now, she's trying to convince me to begin splicing with the same cocktail that drove Dr. Alexander mad. She thinks that my condition makes me immune to the damage. The surface is my only chance at freedom. But Mother took the one person I knew from above and murdered him in front of my eyes. Father, if I could only find a way to bring him back.
Oh my god. I finally understand angels now. Or at least I understand sort of like... This is the most interesting part of this game so far. I am astonished. I am like stunned.
Come here, you little brat! Get over here, you...
Oh no.
There's a piece of the suit in here, Father. Find the rest and bring them back to me.
Oh my god. And she saw it as like a fancy evening gown.
10 years, Father. Stuck in this fever dream. Mother kept me sedated in order to perfect my mind with Adam. To her, the ideal child is a genius, serving the common good without questioning it. You have saved me from that.
Oh my lord. This is crazy to find out. Like this is the most this sequence with so little like barely any dialogue, basically no wow. This sequence is like completely blowing my mind right now. A little wind-up shark toys. Oh, I actually had a little wind-up shark toy a lot like this when I was a kid. Their little fit, you wind them up and their little tail goes, and then you can put them in a bath and they float through. That takes me back. Holy shit! Every day is Daddy's day. I want to get the dollars. I want to get the Ryan bucks.
I've been quarantined, but Mother's unaware of the extent of my connections to the new little sisters. I don't just empathize with them. I can control them directly. They are my hands and my eyes now. Better yet, we have found Father's body and took a gene sample. The girls are hiding the samples inside those dolls we used to make.
Really?
It's only a matter of time before I work out a way to rig one of those Vita chambers to seek his genetic signature. And then, I can't wait to see Mother's face.
It's all stylized because the little sisters are like genetically or like psychologically conditioned to not see Rapture the way they are.
Sisters are made from me, in part.
Right?
As they grow up in Rapture, I feel it all. When you were with the little ones, they trusted you as their father because of me.
Okay, yes, you are right. Obviously, yes. That is why they decided to make this a stylized segment. But yes, I do get it, because I'm gathering, what am I doing? I'm gathering, I'm getting the suit parts together, I'm gonna turn her into a little sister. Yeah, I know. Oh, it's like long gloves.
Mother was right about one thing. I have been watching you, Father. Studying the way you have treated others. And now I know who I am.
Okay. Does it, like, decide... They also probably stylize at least partly. This...
I am free. After everything Mother has done to me, I am alive and sane enough to be curious about the sun. When you rescued my new sisters, I felt every one, and it gave me hope for the first time in years.
All right, good. I'm glad I have all your attention. It is interesting. Oh boy.
Now, I will do the same for all the others, starting with this one. We've done it, Father. I'll be there soon.
Yeah, I had to go through. I probably had to go through that same area all over again. But at least, you know.
These suits always did make me think of you, Father. I guess I still remember you in shining armor. But now it's my turn to fight for you.
I guess that's a big part of that is that, like, I'm now going to go through... Oh, wow. Max plasmid slots. Apparently I've gotten an achievement for that. Or something.
Take this plasmid. You can use it to call me to your...
Summon the big sister to fight by your side. Warning, nothing lasts forever.
side in a fight.
Whoa. Okay, so I guys gotta leave. Oh, it's a little pink bow. I'm just excited. All about that electro bolt, baby. All right. So now it's time to do whatever.
Subject Delta, I know you can hear me. You have stolen my life's work, and with it, my only daughter. But Rapture is the house of monsters. The surface will not have us. And now, we shall be buried as a family.
Oh, she's gonna.
Side by side.
Oh God, she's going to drop this building into the trench. It's miles deep. We have to find Sinclair.
That's right. We're on the same side. Help, Father, like you. Done and dusted, Father.
If they're just gonna hand me a ton of first aid kits, I might as well just take them. Couldn't she just buy one from the orphanage? I think there was some statement about that, about how she wasn't able to have children at some point, I thought, but I don't actually know. Well, this game is over. You have a question for me. Okay. Well, I don't know how long the game's gonna be from here, so hopefully not too much longer. What is it, Zen? What's up?
Upstairs, Father, quickly.
Yes. Couldn't she just buy one from the orphanage? Yeah. Isn't that kind of what she did? She didn't. She just already did that with Eleanor. She went and got Eleanor from the orphanage, and that was like, huh. Follow the wonky AI. Oh boy. Sounds like a trip.
This is Sinclair's lifeboat, Father. Out the window here. It's our only chance of escape. From what I know of Sinclair, he wouldn't just abandon it.
Oh, yeah.
What of Sinclair, the man who would sell paradise? And where is he now?
Oh, no.
Warning. A security curfew is now in effect. All cells and bulkheads are sealed until further notice.
This facility hangs over an ocean trench delta. The family has activated timed charges within its foundations. Surrender before detonation, or we shall fall and be crushed in the abyss below.
Mother has locked all of Persephone down, including the gangway leading to the lifeboat. We can reverse it from the holding wing if we hurry. Come on.
All right. Well, I'm sorry that happens, Zen. I'm trying to...
Use the plasmid if you need me, Father. I'm going to have a look around.
I'm trying to get through this, so I'm kind of like... I'm kind of preoccupied. But I'll try to say nice things when I get a chance.
Subject Delta has escaped. Eleanor Lamb has turned on her own people. Stand and fight, or the Rapture family falls together.
Yay. Oh, good. I managed to get extra Atom. I want my Poplio. Yeah. There's some irony there. I'm not gonna mess with the rest of this shit. Like, what do I care? Ooh. Is it time for a little bit of drill action? Oh. Let's get the... I'm sorry. What have you referred to me as, Drama Queen? Fuck it. Auto hack. We're at the end of the goddamn game. I might as well fucking enjoy myself. Can I get in here at all? There's a safe in there. Oh, there's a door over there. I see. Oh boy, what is that?
We have to get you out of Rapture, Father. It's the only way I can save you now.
Lamb knows the way. Insert extremely dated do you know the way memes. Hot drill on girl action. Gross. It's time for, yeah, some...
Looks like Sinclair's been ousted. He wasn't slick enough to avoid the boot this time. But at least it wasn't a firing squad. Lamb proved she's got the ear of the general population down here. So it'd probably be prudent to play along for a while. See where this goes. She says she'll let me keep my little fiefdom here in holding. Long as I agree to help supply her therapy sessions. No qualms there. These sorry buggers could use some rehabilitation.
All right.
Don't you recognize Sinclair, Delta? Now he is what you should have been. One final Alpha series, ready to die for the family. As Persephone's former owner, he is the ideal man to put you back in your cage.
No.
Mother's controlling Sinclair, Father, and he's got the master key. Catch him!
Kid, Lamb's in my head. I can't help myself. I have to fight just to talk. Left me my goddamn tongue to torture the bomb codes out of me. She wants me to stop you leaving. I'm sorry.
Your worst fucking nightmare. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say the slowest things in the entire ocean. There are whales.
This place is the absolute definition of despair. Here we are, locked away from the outside world.
You have a what now?
Suspended over a pit with no hope of release. And what's our charge? Ryan has no room for differences of opinion in his precious rapture. I hope the whole place comes crashing down around his ears.
Yeah. Well, you more or less got your wish. Oh dear. Oh no. This doesn't hygienically sound that we're gonna. I mean, oh yeah, because there's like the whole Ubermensch thing. There's the Apollo Dionysus thing. Yeah, there's all sorts of Nietzschean stuff in here. Um, I don't mind it mainly because like I enjoy being able to do drill dash. But you know, that's also me, and I'm all sorts of weird. All right.
Eleanor, I know you can hear me. I am inside Sinclair's lifeboat now. Delta cannot reach me here, but you can. You need not die with him. We shall return to the surface together, if you will only step inside and accept your duty. Remember, Eleanor, Mummy loves you.
Oh.
Ah, yes. Mother's testing me. One last game. Fortunately, by now, I'm the world's foremost expert at breaking her rules. I've made my choice, Father. And if needs be, I'll die for it.
Their health just vanishes sometimes, which is weird. I do like the gameplay of this game. I just think they didn't really do enough with like the story to make it justified, and they didn't do enough with the concept to make it like a worthwhile use of the stuff. You know. Just gonna let that one stay there.
Kid, I'm sorry. I've locked you in here. Lamb's making me dance on her goddamn strings. I can't stop. You're gonna have to break in here and put me down. Wish there was another way, but I'd rather die a man than live like this.
Oh dang. Well, fucking call me out then.
God, he's right, Father. Mother's betting you'll die in here, or that I'll abandon you before the bombs detonate. We can't save Sinclair now. We need that key from him. Find the code to the watchtower, or work out a way to draw him out.
I'd tell you the code to that keypad if I could. It's like lambs put walls up in my head, but the prisoners here might have worked out the number. Check the cells. Oh, please, hurry. It hurts to keep singing out without say-so. And I'm starting to forget the words.
So I can go to the cell block. There's this, which I can...
You're in the tunnel. Ought to give you some kind of jump on me. I hope. Son, I built this place and I did rent you out to those plasmid trials up at Fontaine. And now I'm paying for it. Wish I had time to make amends. Take the lifeboat. It's all yours. Just don't leave me like this.
Sinclair is moving, Father. Track him down. We need that key.
Oh, dang.
Now, Father, I'm afraid that ending the lockdown means releasing all the prisoners. So please, be ready before you use that key on the override switch.
Oh. Sorry that I'm not looking at chat much.
Override engaged. Ending security curfew. Sealing security office temporarily.
Oh, well.
Sinclair died a hero of the Rapture family, Delta.
He was kind of a
Was he
pushover. It
a
was weird.
friend to you, or just a tool? Can you even grasp the difference?
You've not been doing this long enough to be able to do this to me, Lamb.
You have chosen Subject Delta over your mother, your people, and the duty of your birth. So be it. You believe this craft will carry Delta to safety, like a spoiled child with a new toy. I have no choice but to take it away.
Curfew lifted. All cell blocks open. All bulkhead seals released.
Oh, shit.
Mother's turned her attention to the lifeboat. We must go there, now!
I don't know which way it is. Oh, go power. You can grasp a friend. You grasp a tool, but you can't grasp a friend's tool. I'm too late now. I'm too deep into it. I could have done so. I don't think I had any I don't think I had any more stuff that I wanted to get left. It was like splash damage from grenades and a couple other things. It wasn't anything like I was dying to have.
Every moment tears Eleanor further from me, Delta. Soon, this father obsession will end her. You have left me without want. Before you die, I will take all that you hold dear. Sinclair is just another body in your wake.
All right. Here we go.
Father, use the plasmid. I can help.
Okay. Guess I'll use it next time I fight. What's a question I can never say yes to? Oh, Jesus.
I was afraid of this. Mother has bombed out the ballast compressors, Father. The lifeboat will be too heavy to launch. Unless... Let me think. I think I can boil away the water and get the lifeboat to rise, but I can't generate that much heat alone. It's time to recruit the rest of Mother's little sisters. We're taking them with us. Head to the pediatric wards.
Okay. Are you asleep? I have a multi-part thank you game. Yeah, I get it. Because you can never... Theoretically, you can never be able to answer it.
I won't let her take you from me again, Father. Hold on.
She asked to be included, so I'm gonna make sure that next chance I get, I'll throw out one of these Eleanor calls. Hello?
This is not a sermon. I will offer no insight. Every word I speak, you already know.
I do know people.
Mother's people are starting to detonate the charges. We don't have long.
I do know people who are like, or who either were in the past or, you know, at some point that I knew them, they were able to.
We're almost to the pediatric ward. I expect we'll be fighting our way inside.
To model the world as it ought to be. I was to teach a simple moral calculus. Each choice as though the world must bear it. Each life or death for the common good. He called it the triage imperative and would laugh without smiling.
It's an odd way of phrasing that. What the fuck?
When you've cleared them out, I'll need a signal. Push the call button on the window there, and then I'll proceed.
Okay, so I clear him out and then she brings him in. Got it. I can't get to her. I'm sorry. I'm trying. I'm trying to, yeah. I could do with a bit less of the Houdinis, like, popping in on top of me. That's getting kind of tiresome. Is the way out? This is the way out. Oh, so the little submarines were around there. I kind of... Nanomachines. How do I get up there? Can I get up there? This would benefit from more nanomachines, I think. January, March, and May.
I'll wake the children up. They're stronger than they know. With their help, I should be able to boil off the water and get us all out of here.
I don't know what the mother's name was. What is the mother's name?
Go on ahead, Father. I'll free them as quickly as I can, just as you showed me.
You are not saving them, Delta. No matter how pure your intent. The surface is not paradise, but perdition. I would sooner see them drown.
Well, it would either be November or August, wouldn't it?
I may not have wanted a daughter, but love is just a chemical. We give it meaning by choice. I will be damned if I let Mother take you away from me again. The plasmid, Father. Just point the way and I'll help you fight.
I thought you were busy. All right, shit. If you want to help so damn bad. Wow, she just fucking grabbed that dude and slurped the atom out of him. Hell yeah. Okay, well, onward I go. Well, what's the mother's name then? Tell me. Ow.
That's another charge gone. We have to keep moving. If this building falls, we're all dead.
Stay away from my father! This one died alone and afraid.
Damn, she's fast. Oh, look. All right, let's get going the correct direction then. I think she's just following me. Well, okay.
Was to be a composite of all Rapture's genius. The first living utopian. Serving the world at large with no regard for herself. To force consciousness on such a being is to tear its wings away. That was your gift to her, Delta. Just as she hoped. You must be very proud.
Well, all right then, jerk. I was just gonna. I mean, then I don't have enough information. I don't have the requisite information to answer this question about this cat's name. Oh no.
Steady, Father. Don't let go now.
I already have $600 again.
Wake up! Why don't you wake up?
Please try.
I will not lose another patient! The more
Done and dusted, Father.
outsmarted!
Just a quick little whack to the head, you know. All right. John's father has... John. The answer is John. Yeah, the answer is John. Because you said John's father has 4 sons. 3 of them have names March, April, May. What would be the name of the, what could be the name of the 4th son? Well, it's John, because you already mentioned that John's father is a person here. I always found those kinds of questions irritating.
Now, one of the girls managed to dart past the nurse today and throw herself over the railing in the lobby.
Doc Goodsprings? Doc...
She was trying to end her
Hold
own
on.
life
Doc Mitchell?
by merely escape. But either way, her legs had healed by the time I managed to get down to the first floor where she lay. Now, without proper setting, the rapid healing process had fused her bones back together at odd angles. We had to re-break and set them almost a dozen times, each due to the small window of viability. Now, those children may be immortal, but I can verify they feel pain. Advising Dr. Lamb on higher doses of sedatives to keep this from happening again.
This is not a sermon. I will offer you insight. Every word I speak, you already know.
Sweet. Circus of Values. Yeah, like, fuck it. I'll just buy whatever I want now. We're at the end of the game, which is taking a lot longer than I expected. You're on a BuzzFeed article called Stupid Questions, and it's...
We're nearing another pediatric ward. It will be guarded, Father. Get ready.
There's little drawings of Big Daddies.
When you've cleared them out, I'll need a signal like before. Push the call button and I'll proceed.
This song is just really, like, extra. It's a bit more than I needed. Don't talk to me or my son ever again. This is like that musical sting at the end of what's it called?
I think... Yes, we're ready for the ballast tank. I can boil off the water and get us out of here. We must return to the docking platform, Father, now.
Goodbye, Rapture.
You granted Eleanor the will to choose, and now, like a plague, she spreads it to those innocents. To be self-aware is a curse, Delta. You are damning them.
All right. Sorry, Lamb. I don't know what to... Oh, here we are.
I'm stepping inside the ballast tank, Father. Come up to the glass once you're ready for me to begin. There's no going back once we start.
Oh, well, you could have told me that sooner.
You would rip my only daughter from her home and family and feed her to a world without hope. Though Utopia may die with her, I would sooner see us fall. Goodbye, Eleanor. Mother will be waiting for you.
Here they come, Father! Hold them off until I can bring it to a boil.
That should be really hard, because it's salt water.
Nearly boiling.
Will do. Fucking up right now. Fucking both them and myself up right now.
It's boiling. I can help you fight back now. Use the plasmid.
Not that one. This one. It's really kind of disconcerting when the music just stops.
I've done it, Father. The ballast water is gone. Release the docking mechanism.
Coming. I'm going. Oh, these right here? Done and done.
We've done it, Father. We're launching. Get to the elevator.
Oh, docking tunnel. Here we go. We will be reborn in the cold womb of the ocean. Is that what that says?
Bombs, Father! We're falling! Run!
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Is Eleanor okay? Did she make it on board? Goodbye, Rapture.
And then, Father, the rapture dream was over. You taught me that evil is just a word. Under the skin, it's simple pain. For you, mercy was victory. You sacrificed, you endured, and when given the chance, you forgave.
Oh, there she is.
Always. Mother believed this world was irredeemable, but she was wrong, Father. We are Utopia. you and
Okay.
I. And in forgiving, we left the door open for her.
Did we make a new did we make a new lighthouse? Is that what happened? Yeah, I was like, that looks like the lighthouse.
The raptured dream is over, but in waking, I am reborn. This world is not ready for me, yet here I am. It would be so easy to misjudge them. You are my conscience, Father, and I need you to guide me.
Oh, here she goes. Oh, there I go.
You will always be with me now, Father. Your memories, your drives. And when I need you, you'll be there on my shoulder, whispering.
Oh, there's the lighthouse. Okay. So the lighthouse is still there, but also we have this lifeboat thing. Oh, there they are. The little ones. Is Tenenbaum like dead now? Is she still in Rapture, or does she just live there? Oh. Yep.
If Utopia is not a place, but a people,
then we must choose carefully, for the world is about to change. And in our story, Rapture was just the beginning.
Oh. Well, all right then. I don't know. I thought that was kind of nice at the end there. Are we now seeing like the design schematics of all the upgraded stuff? Yes, drama. Hit me with it. Oh, God. Hold on. I'm sick of sitting up straight, and so I wanted to get the microphone off the stand. And no. There we go. Sorry, I was messing with the microphone cable, and I was worried it was gonna get caught in the fan and cut to shit, and then it'd be terrible because I can't replace this microphone easily. What did I think of 2? Do I think it's better than 1? Better than 1? No. I think let's just go through sort of the 4 elements of most games, which are like gameplay, visuals, story, music. And we could add in like aesthetic. I think that this was a really nice game in terms of like they managed to really get a good amount of mileage out of the sort of remaining ideas you could do with Rapture. So in this case, like, obviously there's still a little bit further to explore with the Big Daddy Little Sister stuff. I think that all the stuff related to that was really neat. I think that there was a little bit further to go with like just sort of seeing more of Rapture and like the fall of Rapture and more environments, and that's cool, which I like. I think that in terms of like visuals, it was nice seeing Rapture in like really high quality. Because I didn't play remastered for either 1 or 2. So as a result, the change in visual quality in terms of like texture density was really clear to me, which I liked a lot. It was nice seeing Rapture as beautiful as it could be. I think the gameplay is a little bit better in this one. It's a little bit more smooth. They made some things easier that I think made the game more fluid. Like the hacking, I think the hacking in this game is the best hacking in the series, because I don't think 3 has hacking in it. 3 Infinite has hacking in it, even in the DLC. Oh, was this made by not the same people as... Because it says special thanks to everybody working on the first Bioshock. Was this made by a different studio with the same IP? And, like, is that what happened here? That would explain a lot, actually. I think that the... I think that the gameplay was a lot smoother as tools for Elizabeth to find. I know that there's lockpicks and locks. I just didn't remember if in Burial at Sea there was anything to do with hacking there, because it kind of brought... Because I know that they simplified the weapon system in Infinite, but they kind of reverted in Burial at Sea to have the wheel of weapons, which I thought was a neat concept. Anyway, I like that this game has like really fluid combat, though it did mean that combat kind of got a little bit too easy by the end, which I recognize as sort of it's a hard thing to meet, right? So you have... In this game, there's a lot of combat where I was like sort of going through the motions because I wasn't really challenged and I wasn't fighting against the controls. And so it's one of those things where when you have better controls and a more fluid combat system, you have to accommodate the difficulty to that. And I think that what happened by the end of the game was there were just a lot of damage sponges and hard enemies to hit, as opposed to like actual difficulty, you know? I think all the environment's really cool. I think all the underwater segments really neat. I think that the story really did not track well enough to this one, partially because Bioshock 1 had a really good integration of like gameplay, story, choices in story, and like characters. There wasn't ever a point where you were, as I say you, where I was as a player, like, who is this character and why do I know them? With this game, I had to constantly remind myself, like, oh, Gil Alexander is a that's a neat concept right there. Gil Alexander is is the guy who designed the Little Sisters after Suchong died, and I had to remind myself of that. And I think that does sort of, have some issues there. I like Armin Timmerman's back as Andrew Ryan. I'm looking at the list of people here to see if J.G. Hertzler is Grossman? Oh, hell yeah, my dude, the Hertz. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't expect to see him here. I'll have to go back and find that D.B. Cooper. Must be different than the... Wasn't there a D.B. Cooper talking about a plane? Isn't it the same D.B. Cooper? I think that sound, it's as good as it was in Bioshock 1. The score is still great. I just think that there wasn't as good of an integration of story, and it wasn't as succinct as Bioshock 1 in terms of, like... Yeah, I saw D.B. Cooper in there, and I was like, what, is that a voice actor who uses a very strange, like, pseudonym? Like, what was that about? But it's nice to... This game was really nice in a lot of ways in terms of, like, the story. But I feel like they really missed the mark. I feel like if it had been, like, a really long, open-ended game where you had environments where you could really explore these areas and really get complex choices and all that, that would be a much better, I think, thing than... this sort of like you go into an area and this person controls the rest of this environment for the rest of this time. It kind of made it less interesting, I think. Because I don't know, it just bothers me. Like there was the, what's it called? There was Grace Hopper and that was a whole sequence. And then there was Gil Alexander and that was a whole sequence. And then there was Stanley Poole and that was a whole sequence. And I feel as though if they had had fewer people or longer segments, it would have worked one way or another. I don't think this game should have been longer. Its length was working against it by the end of the game. So it really would have behooved it to be a little bit shorter, honestly, with fewer characters. Yeah, and it would have given you a lot more to get into. I'm looking at this. Oh, okay. This is everybody just giving thanks. But yeah, I think the story is where this game really fell apart in terms of like the story wasn't cohesive. It didn't bring it all together and make it all work. Bioshock 1, I think, honestly, if it had a worse story, would have been a much less well-received game. But it was that solid story, that solid voice cast, all the rest of it. Yeah, I agree. And, like, you would have I think if there had been, like, an open-world Rapture as opposed to a linear one for this game, they would have had to throw the entire story out and start over, and it would have been a much better story as a result. Or you could have kept the collectivist aspect of it with the idea that, like, there's not important special characters. There's a number of voice characters, and you don't know which one of them are, like, generals to Lamb or which ones are just sort of people who you're meeting and talking to. You don't, and that would be, I think, fitting into the collectivist aspect of it is like, you would feel like you're up against a unified force, not people who happen to know Sophia Lamb personally. I think that would make it a lot better. I think that would be a neat theming thing. As opposed to, like, the individual personalities of Ryan and Atlas, and as we know now, Frank Fontaine. In 1, I think that the personalities of multiple people, some of whom have no relevance to the larger story, Yeah, and like that would be neat, I think, where it's like you have options and having that sort of like greater cast of characters to rely on. So I think that would have been a really cool way of doing the story right. I mean, I didn't hate it. Oh yeah, Sander Cohen should have come back just for shits and giggles. But yeah, I thought it was all right. Yeah. Overall, like I would not like disadvise someone from playing this game. I think if somebody played BioShock 1 and wanted more BioShock, this isn't the worst choice you have. I don't know what the worst choice you have is. But it's not this one. I think this is a fine BioShock continuation. I think it works quite well. I think it plays well. And I do think there was at least the story was at least interesting enough for us to talk about as opposed to just blowing right through and ignoring. So I think our ability to criticize the game does represent some kind of benefit to it, that we were at least able to sort of see where they went wrong. Because in my opinion, a story that doesn't get it quite right, you can kind of clarify what they could have done differently. A story that gets it all wrong, you don't even know where to start. And with this game, it's clear they just didn't take it in the right direction overall. They didn't have like a big moment in the middle of the game that changes everything the way that the Would You Kindly twist in Bioshock 1 does, which like that twist, even like knowing it's going to happen, seeing it in action is still really good and brilliant. So I think that I really do think that if they had gotten the story right in this one, this would have been like, I don't think it would have been as good as Bioshock 1 because of the length not really working against it, but I think that it would have been like up there. Yeah, and and I think that the Would You Kindly twist, after it happens in Bioshock 1, there's essentially like a point of no return where it's like, why am I still then gonna quit out of this? There's still a point of no return where we as players are now doing somebody else's thing that they're telling us to do, right? It's no longer Atlas forcing us to do something. It's now Tenenbaum saying, you should do this thing. And we just kind of go along with it. Which I do think sort of made it suffer in that latter third or so of the game. Though at that point, there's enough kind of driving you along and the game's good enough that it like kind of keeps you going. I will say that one of the things that length didn't do for me was the length didn't work for me in terms of the little sister mechanic. I don't remember. I really don't remember whether there was a reason or not why Jack couldn't just leave after that was removed. Yeah, I don't remember anymore. Whether there was a reason presented or not, why like you had to stay and help Tenenbaum and the Little Sisters. I genuinely don't recall. I think the whole thing was the only way out was through Fontaine. You had to go through him, and maybe that's why. Or maybe it was supposed to like be an implied revenge plot. I don't know. But I think that the length worked against me this one because in the first one, Little Sister was kind of a big deal. Like you meet one and it's like, oh my god, I have to get this Little Sister right now, or plan it later, or whatever. And yeah, probably it's either a revenge thing or it's a Fontaine has the only way out now type thing. I don't remember. Whatever it is, it was not very memorable to me. So that might speak volumes. But the Little Sisters in the first one, like, harvesting or yeah, exactly. Harvesting or rescuing was a single choice. You got one and you hit the rescue button and you were done. And she would walk away and you would get your present later on. You didn't have to. And I probably could have gotten Adam in some small amount from just not harvesting, but rescuing and then taking them to a pipe and rescuing them again. I don't know. That would be an interesting thing to play a game through where it's like no harvest run or something. Not a no harvest run, that's the wrong term. But like never getting Adam from bodies for the remainder of for the entirety of the run. That would be kind of interesting. But yeah, that would be a neat change. I don't know. I don't have much more to say. Or does anybody else? I wouldn't say it's better than, to answer Darma's original question, I wouldn't say it's better than 1. I don't think it's honestly all that bad. It's kind of a middling game for me. There are games that I've rage quit, and I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing for this game that I got to the end of the game. I got through an entire segment, the game crashed, and I just restarted and did it again with a little hesitation. I don't know if that means that the game is such an easy game for me to just kind of plow through and ignore that I was just willing to go through it rather than have to choose another game like it's a Destiny type situation. Or if that means that it's not bad enough that I would like want to quit. I don't know. I would have to do some more soul searching to figure that out. But one thing I don't like is that they, in adding all these extra characters, essentially had an entire retconning of a lot of the stuff in the first game where the I don't know, it's just weird that like in the first game they didn't have Atlantic Express and they never mentioned any of this stuff, and yet Sinclair's this guy with this immense amount of power, and he's like vanished by the end of it. But I don't know, it doesn't work quite as well as I think they planned. I don't remember what the timeline of this game is either, to be honest, because it starts in 58. 59 is the end. The New Year's Eve 59 is when everything goes down, and then August 1960 is when Jack shows up. So then how did Sophia Lamb like bust out? How did Sophia Lamb exist in Rapture in 58 without Andrew Ryan knowing, and then take over after Andrew Ryan's death without us ever hearing about? I don't know. It's just, there's a lot of continuity problems you can ask questions about. They don't in the moment seem so important, but upon any reflection they do. Which I would say, honestly, they made it sound like Ryan sent her somewhere else to be imprisoned. Like that there was no prison in Rapture. And so they just sent her to some place. They like extradited her to be imprisoned somewhere else. But I don't understand that. I don't remember, honestly. That's another part of it is like in Bioshock 1, you can keep track of the side characters in the audio stuff because there's enough of them to keep you appraised of the situation, but not so many characters that you don't know who the fuck anybody is anymore. And so I don't remember. I didn't have space in my brain for that information. I thought she was imprisoned on land on the surface somewhere, because Ryan wanted to fucking execute her. I don't know how all that works. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was okay. I thought it was an okay game. It was a what's another okay game that I like? I don't know. I don't know what to compare it to of anything. It was fun to play, but not like an amazing story. But that wasn't like the worst thing in the world either. So I don't know. Fine by me. So I'm gonna call it a night if there's no further. This is now a Q&A with Dreward. If there are no further questions, then I will step down from the stand and get myself some food. Thank you all for joining me for this like 9-hour long stream in the end. I appreciate it. I want to give a special thanks to, hold on. Oh, that's right. Special thanks to Pizza Bee for cheering 10 bits, Whole Hades for following, and Drama Queen 129 for 100 bits as always. Thank you. I appreciate you all. I'll be back tomorrow, 4 p.m. as usual. Tomorrow is Tuesday, right? So I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Paper Mario might be fun. I don't know what I might do. I'm actually, now that I've burned through both Silver and Bioshock 2, I could bring another game into the fold. I didn't write down Let's Go Eevee yet. Because I'm looking at my list right now, and I'm seeing that I have, Animal Crossing sort of counts. But I've got 2 games that I've sort of put on the back burner, and that leaves 4 games going currently. So I might have to start a bunch of new stuff to kind of have things to do, really. No objections there from me, of course. I don't mind getting through this stuff. I'm probably not going to do Bioshock Infinite for a little while. I kind of want to give it some space, and I don't know how well it'll run on this computer with the stream. I'll eventually find out, I suppose. I kind of want to give it some space between Bioshock games, though, because I did Bioshock 1 and then Bioshock 2 in pretty quick succession. So give me one moment. There's something really satisfying about like physically scratching a game off my, like striking a game off my list as having been done. Something very good there. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what I might do. I might do a new game. Might do an old game. Don't know. In the meantime, what you can do, you can follow me on Twitter at Dreward Streams, where I post what I'm playing. I announce when I'm live, and I post schedule changes and all that. I don't know if I have a I might not have a spot in the Discord server yet for announcements, but I probably should like make one that's for like this channel and like announcements for scheduling and stuff. Not like big things. That I think would be a smart thing. Like announcing the games, announcing when I'm live, stuff like that. So that way it's not always in the Twitch spot. It's in the wherever. I don't know. I'll think on it. I need to get food right now. So in the meantime, which you know what I want for you. You know those 3 things. I hope you have dry sucks. Hope you have full bellies. I hope you got a good night ahead of you. And I'll see you tomorrow for something. We'll find out what. I suppose we'll all find out together, even me. Have a good one.